Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. Today I'm here for the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop. I'm going to be creating the page you see on the screen, and this is a really quick and easy page design. Basically, aside from a few photos, you need some paper, coordinating embellishments, a title, and a straight trimmer. I end up using my Big Shot for one piece. However, what I do can easily be replaced with a straight trimmer. So here's what I'm going to be using. I have material from Bella Boulevard's Chloe collection, which is a cat themed collection. But if you have a closer look at it, there really are a lot of very general pieces. I love the paper in this collection. Very, very colorful. I'm using stripes and dots. That can be used for anything. This also comes in a dog themed collection. There's another one called Cooper, different color palette, but equally as colorful and equally as versatile. I got all of this at the Scrapbook Nerd Online Shop, so I will link up the shop as well as everything I'm using in the description box below. Now, what I did in advance was prepare a frame style foundation with 2 sheets of paper, and I gutted one of them. And I do have a tutorial on my channel where I show how to do that, so I will link that up below. I matted one photo. I double matted it actually, and I have a second photo there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use it at this point. I end up using it, but at this point I'm not sure. I'm showing you the paper I selected. I love that stripe there. It's full of colors, and I thought it looked really nice with my photo, with the yellow in my sweater and the blue in the wall. Now, I'm not going to be using that floral, but it's super pretty. The flip side is a grid paper, and I do have a scrap of it, so that's what's going to be my journaling box. And I have a full sheet of that floral paper for another project. And I have the sticker sheet, and all of that is part of a paper pack. I have a tray full of other coordinating embellishments. Those titles that you saw earlier, those weren't from the Chloe collection. It was from the Simple Stories Kate and Ash collection. So now what I'm going to do is create what I like to call a mini foundation page. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm cutting up a bunch of paper to create a layered photo mat that I place on top of that frame style foundation. And I'm putting measurements for all of this on the screen. Basically, it's going to be where I put my photo, my title, my journaling box, and my embellishment clusters. So there I go, getting out my Big Shot. And I got this die here. It's from Elizabeth Craft Designs. I've been using it a lot lately. It's from her Planner Essentials collection. And you can see there, I didn't even cut out a full sheet. I just took that scrap of graph paper, and I'm going to cut that piece in two so that part of it peeks out from the top of that yellow box, and part of it's going to come out from underneath. So I'm almost like faking like it's a long page. Anyway, also I want to point out, if you do not have this die or you don't have a planner die, you can just cut yourself out a piece of paper. That can be your journaling box. And if you like tabs, like on these planner pages, like I like tabs, you can make yourself a tab. You can just cut yourself one out, easy to make. Also, for example, in this collection pack that I'm using, there are tons of tabs in the ephemera and in the stickers. At this point, you can see I've adhered the pieces of paper to the page, but not the photo. I want to keep that separate right now. And I also decided I want to use this second photo. So I am double matting it just to mimic the larger photo. And I'm keeping the photos separate because I do want to play around with placement of embellishment clusters and title and all of that fun stuff. So I'm getting out my embellishing, and what I'm going to do is create 3 embellishment clusters on this page. One where you see me tucking in those tags there, another one at the top right of the page by that main photo, and another one's going to go underneath that photo on the left. You saw that I went into that title sheet from Kate and Ash and I cut out the word happy. That's going to be my title. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around all of these 3 embellishing areas, and I'm just going to add stuff. As always, I start with the larger pieces like those tags and the larger cat pieces, and then I come in with the smaller pieces. There's another thing I'm keeping in mind when I'm building these 3 clusters. It is repetition of color. You can see the word happy there, yellow. I want yellow in the 2 other embellishment clusters. I basically cut out 2 little pieces from that same title sheet in the same color, but I haven't decided on that, so I tossed them to the side. I'm now getting out the sticker sheet, and I really want to use that sticker that says smitten on an arrow because I think it's perfect for this photo of me and Chester. But because that color blue is being introduced on the page, I want it in the other two embellishment clusters. So I selected two more stickers in that very same blue. I have them on wax paper, by the way. That's why I'm playing around with placement. Anyway, you can see me fooling around with it. I've got that banner that says the word fave. That ends up not making the cut. I replace it with something else. And that heart there ends up going in that top cluster on the left where you see me tucking it right now. Anyway, I've got a lot of loose stuff happening on the desk. So at one point I'm going to have to start adhering. I do want to put something in that tab on top of that planner page, and I end up cutting the word love out of an expression that says love this cat. Love this cat was just too long, so I just snipped it. That's it. So at this point, I've got the blue in all three clusters. I didn't mention I have gray in all three clusters as well. There's the tab in the top left that you just saw me adhere, and there's a gray cat in each other cluster. The only thing I'm missing at this point is the yellow that I want to repeat from the title. But I did have to start adhering because it was like I couldn't think past what I was doing. When I have too many pieces that are loose on my page, at one point I just have to stop and start adhering. And even though I know I need more yellow, I also know that it's not going to take much. It could be as simple as an enamel dot. So what I'm doing now is adhering everything down, and then what I'll do is come in at the end and just add those finishing touches. And it's then that I'm also thinking, do I need yellow here or do I need blue here? Also at this point, I decide that I didn't want that banner at the bottom. It just wasn't fitting in for me. So I went back to the sticker sheet and I found those photo corners in the same blue. But instead of using them as photo corners, I end up using them as arrows pointing towards my title. I'm getting out those little epoxy hearts. They are from the Chloe collection, and I add a little yellow heart in that corner, and I'm happy with that. I still want something on that upper cluster on the left, and I'm not quite sure what. I want something yellow there. But at this point, I decide I'm going to come in and round the corners of my foundation page. I've been doing that a lot lately too. Anyway, I'm also taking a risk because my corner rounder happens to be really, really old, but it ended up working out okay. And when I do this, I don't necessarily round the corners of everything. I'm going to simply round one corner of the bottom part of that planner page, and that's it. And I'm happy with that. To me, it softens the edges, it adds a bit of visual interest, and I'm good to go with that. So now I'm coming in for finishing touches, and I found these enamel dots from Simple Story. So it's the same color as that word happy at the bottom, and I stick an enamel dot on each one of those tags. So that's good. I've got yellow in each one of those clusters. I'm taking that sticker that says smitten and I'm popping it up on foam adhesive. And there's one thing I do after I stop this film. The cat at the bottom, the cat nap at the bottom, that one there also gets popped up on foam adhesive, and I did my journaling. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the Scrapbook Nerd YouTube channel, we would be absolutely thrilled if you did. Same thing for my channel, Scrapbooking Quebec. Don't forget to check out the Scrapbook Nerd Shop. They are getting new stuff all the time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.